recording live. Okay, I never worked on a bike before. Sorry for the lighting in here, very dark. Um, let's get right to it. This negative wire, right, is connected to the negative on the second battery, right? Okay, now the first battery, positive, is connected to, and I followed it, it's connected to the wires that are over here. And this wire runs up to somewhere in the bike. I don't know exactly where. Okay. Um, okay. I'll go nice and slow so I don't mess anything up here. Um, the second battery has positive. Okay. The other end of it is a negative. It's shaped like a U. See right here. Let's see. Let's see if you can see it. Okay. See that U right there? Which I'm gonna point to it right there. Uh, I'm messing the video up. So anyways, yeah, just follow me. The positive from the second battery is connected to the third battery. Okay, so you got the positive going to the second battery, and negative on the other end of that cable is going to the negative. Okay, um, and then you have the third battery positive going to the fourth battery negative. Okay, as you can see here, I'm gonna see if I can pick it up a little bit. Okay, here we go. That's much better. Much better. All right, so as you can see, how everything is connected. All right, and that big black thing in the way, that's the metal piece. There's a rubber piece that like a mat, a floor mat that goes over that. But anyways, this is how everything is connected. All right, so that's how it is. Now, I purchased this bike. Let me see if I can come up a little bit. Um, I purchased this bike, and I bought it from Safer Wholesale. Okay, Safer Wholesale. All right, and this is their bike that I purchased for $850. All right. Now I tried to start. I mean, it it worked. It worked fine. It was not a problem with it. Okay. Um, I'll do another video on that later. But I just want to do a video on the wiring, and then I'll be doing a. Uh, I, 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 I guess I added in with this. It wasn't really part of the video, but um, my problem with this bike, it rode nice when we first got it. We put it together when we first got it, and we followed the instructions and everything. When it lit up, that piece right there lit up green. Okay, lit up green. Okay. Now when we rode it, it was fully charged. The needle was okay, right? And my brother told me something about when you're riding it, be careful, don't fully throttle it because that the where it says H high and L for low. Sometimes, well, actually, the needle would flow. It would budge. So apparently, I'm taking that this wasn't really charging fully, or wasn't charged properly. It wasn't fully charged. Long story short, what I'm trying to say. Um, so when we rode it, it was nice. You know what I'm saying? I went from if you're from the Boston area, I rode from Mattapan Square, okay, Mattapan Square, all the way to downtown Fenway with no problem, no problem. I had a wonderful time riding this thing. Cruises up to 25 miles, 500 watt. Um, Key ignition switched in. I did a couple of runs on this thing, okay, and got back to the house. plugged it up. Couldn't wait for the next ride. I was kind of nervous at first. It was my first bike I ever rode, and I've gotten plenty of attention with this bike, crazy attention. But that's not the point. I'm a little now. My disappointment with this bike is that it wouldn't charge all the way to full. It would charge to the middle. Okay, I looked at the needle and it would charge to the middle of it. So I'm sitting there saying to myself, wait a minute, let me call Safe Wholesale and see what's going on. So I contacted Safe Wholesale and said, listen, I reported what happened. They told me, well, take the batteries out of the bike, which I didn't want to void my warranty. But they told me to do that, and I did that. Well, actually, I'm about to do that. That's why I'm doing this video, so I can, for my record, so I can see what is what. You know what I'm saying? I got the tools and everything. I want to take it apart. I'm afraid to do it, but I'm going to do it anyways. Then I'm going to take it down and get me a load test done to it. If it's the batteries, I got to take the paperwork, send it in. They'll send me the batteries, so new batteries, and I wouldn't have to pay for it. It's covered. But the point is, if you're trying to return this, you're pretty much stuck with it. It's yours. You're not taking it back. You're not returning it. So anybody with a problem or a charging issue problem, it does have a fuse. So if you want to see if it does have a fuse, which I did check the fuse, and there's nothing wrong with the fuse at all. I took it out. Okay, there's nothing wrong with the fuse. Um, I should have went for the motor, moped or something like that. 50cc, 49cc. It wasn't what I was expecting. Um, I mean, if you're thinking about keeping up with the cars or anything like that, forget about it. Just move out of the way. You see a car coming up, move out the way, because I can pedal faster than this thing can go. I'm just being truthfully honest with you. I'm not trying to scare you away from things like this. If you like it, that's fine. But a person that's been riding bikes for like a long time would bypass you on this thing. I don't care if you have it full throttled. He will bypass you, and he will leave you. Okay? So 500 watts, that's all right. But the engine, I mean, I've seen somebody with a moped just similar to mine, and he had an engine on his, and he was going. I couldn't keep up with him. I tried keeping up with him, but he just took off. We wasn't even racing. You know what I'm saying? So it is fun if you're gonna go to the store or something like that, corner store, whatever. Go chat with your buddy, hang in the area. You're only good for up to 25 miles. Other than that, it's no good. So I will be selling this for those that are very interested in this. That can use the 25 miles and come back and charge it up. Because like I said, you can travel from Mattapan Square to Fenway, or you can travel to, that's where I have traveled. I have traveled downtown Boston and came, but on the way coming back, I had to push it. I believe I used up my 25 miles. So if you don't want to make that same mistake that I did, don't. But again, like I said, I'm going to make this video very short. Try to make it very short. But I'm very disappointed in this bike. It's not what I thought it to be. But like I said, the turn signals and everything work. Front, rear, everything works on this bike. It's brand new. Just that the batteries itself, I got a problem with. I got a problem. So I don't know. I mean, I was kind of thinking maybe I should keep this and change it over to a motor, put a motor in here. You know what I'm saying? And take it up to the shop. Do something with it. But not sure. Or I might just sell it. Like I said, anybody interested, just drop me a line. You know what I'm saying? Drop me something. Let me know. Because this thing will be sitting here, and then I'm gonna probably try to put it on Facebook. any other website out there. I'm gonna try whatever I can put it on. You know, Craigslist, anything. I just want to get rid of it. I'm mostly into fuel motor. You know, like I said, I never had a moped, and this is my first time getting me electric. And I only got this because I figured, you know, I was gonna plug it up to the wall and just take off. I was thinking about theft. You know, I don't want nobody stealing my bike. But you know, you're in the house, you can always plug it up to the wall, charge it. You know, so I'm gonna find out what's wrong with this thing and replace the batteries probably. That's about it. It's just got a charging issue. That's all it is. It's just a charging issue. Other than that, everything works on this bike. A perfect bike. If this is what you're interested in, hit me up. Leave me a message, and I'll get back at you. You know, I'm gonna put it back the proper way, and that's it. But everything else seems to work. It's just that the battery's just not charging to full. That's the thing. There's nothing wrong with the fuse. So I was kind of thinking about taking the fuse out and replacing it, but there's really nothing wrong with it. So why waste money buying another fuse? If y'all know something about that, let me know. Just, you know, should I replace the fuse? Should I not? But I don't think I should. But anyways, that's about it. In this video, not really much to go for, you know, except the the stuff in here, you know, all these wiring in here, which I'm not touching. I want to see if there's another fuse in here somewhere too. But I'm being told that this is the only fuse that's in the bike. The only fuse that might be causing the problem of it not charging properly. But the lights are strong, turns on and everything. It's just that, you know, it's just that it's got a problem with that. So you know, I mean, if you think about it, you know, it's like if you start your car, right, and you're driving down the street, and the car just dies on you, but everything else works, the radio works, the AC works, all that stuff works in the car, just that you can't crank it over. Well, if you look at it, this battery may not have enough cold cranking amps to start the moped. You know what I'm saying? To get it to fully run properly. See what I'm saying? And then I was kind of thinking maybe I should, um, let's see. I mean, I can't even put the charger to this and charge the batteries itself. I couldn't do that if I want to because I'll probably end up destroying the battery. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to take this battery out, take it down for a load test, all of them, and then see what the guys say. And then I'm going to come back and put it back in. And if it runs properly, I'll take another spin. But you know, the tires are brand new. The brakes are brand new. I've only put out for one run, one test run. So, you know, like I said, the only thing I want for this thing is $850. You know, $850. You know, so get the seat back on, get this bike connected back properly. Because you know, right now I don't want to disconnect anything, or make things worse than what it is, than what it already is. But like I said, it's a nice bike. Check it out. You know, nice bike, beautiful bike. You know, brand new. Lights and everything turn on. You know, the power's off. It's got a switch to it. You know, so like I said, you know, if you're interested, let me know. Um, that's about it. You have a nice day. Peace. It's already got the storage department also. It's got a little storage department here. And down here, you're looking at a battery down here. There's no battery down there. I don't know what's down there, but it's not no battery. I don't think that part even opens. This is a floor mat right there. That's all it is. So batteries are in the seat, and it's a nice bike. You know, you see that you can see it's brand new. Look at that. That's all brand new. Still got the plastic on it, somewhat. You know what I mean? Nice brand new motor. Okay, so if you're into it, let me know. Leave me a message. All right, peace. 15 minutes. I didn't expect it for it to be this long. All right.